What's up, everybody? Got my fall flannel on, go Sonics. Kids are in the house, they're doing pretty good. I just checked on them, but it's funny, right? You move into a house. I've been at this house, or our family, V and I, been at this house for over, 2014, 7 years now. Over 7 years, like literally this month, like 7 years in a week, basically. Anyways, it's funny because when I first moved in, right, you had a garage door opener or whatever, but then there's always this little keypad here, right, on the outside of the garage. And I was like, whatever, I'm never going to use it, and I never have. I've been here over 7 years, and I literally just replaced the battery. And because I've been messing with the car's opener and like figuring out, and I replaced these lights because they were interfering with the signal. They make special lights that don't interfere with the garage code signals. And because I've been doing all this garage door stuff, I figure, let me see how easy it is to replace this. Pop this off, 9-volt battery, got one of those, boom. Reset the code's pretty easy. All you do is you click the learn button, up there, come over here, do your code, boom. So now I can, here, I'll show you. Look how cool I am. I'm not gonna show you guys my code, are you kidding me? Look at that, boom. Garage door closes. It's a miracle. What have I been doing my whole life? Anyways, just ordered some all-weather mats from Audi. I'm gonna go pick them up this weekend for the car, for the S5. So, doing a couple of things. We'll see what happens. I got the all-weather mats. I got the back seat cover, the cell phone holder. I mean, those are kind of really minor things, but who knows what's next. Another kind of for a sleeker look is some people kind of all the chrome. They kind of black out all the chrome, and it looks pretty good. I saw some pictures, and you can also change kind of the front grille plate. Obviously, there's like a million things you could do, but it's kind of fun just to look. But so far, kind of the first big upgrade, I would say, or whatever, I don't know what you want to call it, for me is these all-weather mats. We have them in the Subaru when we bought it, and I love them, so I'm getting them for the Audi too, just especially with kids and stuff. Cleaning them is way easier. So gonna go pick them up this weekend. But anyways, gonna go hang out with the kids here, do a little workout, and I'll check in a little bit, guys. What's up, everybody? Just wrapping up the day again, and I got this I got cut on my knee, it's bugging me. Just wrapping up the day here, getting ready for bed. Kids are asleep. All ready to go for tomorrow. But what I mentioned yesterday about kind of finances, right? So basically, and I want to preface this by saying whatever works for other people, this isn't financial advice, and then whatever works for other people, that's awesome. But I know more than one couple that are like either engaged or married, right? So I'm talking like serious or even long-time dating, whatever, right? I'm not talking like they just met. I'm talking like long-term relationships where they kind of manage their money as if it's like your money and his money or her money or whatever, right? Which is interesting to me because, especially the married ones. I'm like, what? What do you mean it's your money, his money? And like they say stuff like, oh, he can do whatever he wants, it's his money. And then, maybe they're half joking, whatever, but it's still an interesting comment to me, just because when I was dating V, even before we got engaged, before we got married, we'd been together for probably a year and a half, maybe, and we set up a joint bank account, and the idea behind it was that we'd each put in like $20 a month, right? Because back then we both, we were pretty young, didn't make that much, whatever, and it was just kind of, we both had BECU, so it was easy, right? You set up a joint bank account that we both have access to, and the idea was every month put $20 in it, whatever, right? And it started as like if we went out on a date, instead of like, oh, you pay, I pay, we split half, whatever, right? It was just use the joint, right? It makes it easier. We both kind of, I don't know whose idea it was, doesn't matter. We both were just like, this works out, right? And then as we got older, we started putting more money in it. And then instead of a date, it was, oh, when we go to Hawaii, we'll use the joint account, stuff like that, right? As things got more serious. Now, obviously, everyone's situation's different. And looking back, the fact that we weren't even engaged or anything yet is kind of, maybe that is a little bit forward to set up a joint bank account. But, I think we both knew at that point that, getting married was a foregone conclusion. So maybe that was part of it. However, and still back then, okay, so we did have your money, his money, and then we had our money. But now that joint account we still have, but and obviously we use it differently now. It's more just easier to kind of just transfer money back and forth just using the joint account. So we've kind of just kept it. But at the end of the day, it's like, there is no your money, my money. It's our money because we're married and, are engaged or whatever your status is. I feel like if you're in a long-term relationship, I don't know, it just, like I said, it just kind of, it's interesting to me how couples maybe approach financing or like finances and budgeting and stuff, because they don't teach you a lot of this stuff in school, right? And what happens is emotions get into finances and money, right? Who makes more money? What do they spend it on? Is it a healthy, productive habit? That's awesome. Is it something destructive? Maybe not so awesome. Even if it's destructive, right? Which, I would include stuff like maybe gambling, drinking, whatever, right? Stuff like that. But, is it in moderation, or is it consuming them? And is it like not only just the habit itself, but the money part of it, right? And so these are hard lessons to learn. And, and I'm not saying we've been perfect, and we've had some lessons as well. But at the end of the day, it's like we trust each other with money, She knows I'm not going to go out and make some idiotic purchase, and I know she's not going to. And if there was some big, large, or idiotic purchase one of us wanted to do, we wouldn't do it without consulting the other and talking about it and budgeting for it, stuff like that. I don't know. So it's funny to me that, it's like, I don't care what he does with his money. It's his money. It's like, what? I don't know. Because back when we started dating, I was broke. I just finished school. I didn't have a job. She was supporting me, right? She filled up my gas tank a few times and would buy me like dinner, lunch, whatever, right? And, and now I happen to be making more money, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. And of course, I gladly, because it was kind of like she was there for me and now I'm here for her. And then, if she ever gets a job that makes more money than me, that's awesome. I would love that. And then, I don't know. So it's just interesting to me. That's my perspective, I guess, is that if the relationship gets more serious, especially if you're at the engaged or married state, I think it's some statistic, but what they say about statistics, I don't know if this is fact or if I just saw this online, but I think finances and money is a big reason why people break up or get divorced, especially like long-term partners. And so if you don't have a good foundation, common understanding about how each other do finances from the beginning, I don't think the relationship's gonna go very far. So that's my 2 cents. I'm just a guy. What do I know? Hope everyone has a good Monday night, good rest of the week. But that's just something that I thought I'd share. Hopefully it helps somebody. Good night, everybody. Peace out.